darkness stops encroaching.
Hello, and welcome to New Age Approaching. I'm your host, Polly Waffleon. Today, we have a guest called Shaithinshoe, all the way from the Shaithinshoe channel on YouTube. He is here now, but first, I must tell a story. Today, as I was approaching the door to the studio, I noticed the palm tree at the door. Its branches were swaying softly in the wind, as if it were greeting me with a gentle wave. I had an overwhelming urge to give it a cuddle, so I did. The funny thing is, while I was giving the palm a cuddle, I felt an intense connection, and a wave of sorrow washed over me for a time, as I remembered the salad I ate for breakfast. And at that moment I realized the palm tree forgave me. I just knew that the flatulence I had in the car on the way over was a sign. Now I know what that sign was. Cut down on baked beans. The things you learn from plants, eh? Anyway, I talk for too long. It is time for Shaithinshoe to tell us on the air. To join us on the air, sorry. Hello, Shaithinshoe, and welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I believe I have an important message for you and your listeners.
Yes, well, that is what we're all about here at New Age Approaching. What did you think of the story about the palm?
Maybe the sign was just that you needed to go to the toilet. I saw you leave the bathroom when I was waiting in the lobby.
Possibly.
You know, not everything is some mystical sign.
Okay, well, maybe you would like to tell us why you are here.
I believe you and your listeners would have heard about the experiments done with plants where people cut them and punched them and different things like that, and supposedly the plants screamed out in pain.
Yes, a ghastly experiment.
I've done some experiments of my own.
You didn't cut down a tree to see if its soul left its body like that guy was talking about last week.
No, my experiment was to see if aluminium cans cry out in pain.
Interesting. So what were the results?
I have a recording if you want to hear.
Yes, that would be fine.
Okay, just let me get it started. There, as you can hear, the can is clearly crying out in pain.
Oh, just ghastly. Make it stop.
Okay, here we go. There.
That was terrible. Judging by that recording, it is safe to say that cans really do feel pain.
It got me thinking.
Oh boy.
It got me wondering if other things like plastic bottles and cardboard boxes and other things like that cried out in pain when I crushed them. And there wasn't one that didn't make a sound when I crushed them.
Sounds like a hideous experiment. What was the conclusion?
Well, I thought about it for about a second. And since those objects aren't alive, it got me questioning the experiment with the plants. Maybe it was all hogwash. That's what came to my mind.
Okay, that is all we have time for.
Do you want to hear more proof?
No, thank you. Please leave now.
Typical New Ager, aren't you? Polywaffle on. You close your eyes and you close your ears to proof that goes against the New Age beliefs. Thanks for having me, and see you later.
Bye. Goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, our last 10 minutes will be the lovely tunes by my favorite band, Hug a Tree All Day. Good night and goodbye from me, Polly Waffleon.
Wrap your arms around the tree, why don't you?
A human brain interrupts this broadcast to give you some breaking news. Last week, during the Commander Head-on-Head message, Polywaffleon's cloaking device dropped. For a time long enough for us to decode the sound waves, bringing you for the first time Polywaffleon's true voice. Is he a reptilian, or is he the spawn of Satan? Well, if you listen, you can decide.
You are already adequately insane. Until next time, Polywaffleon